So good, good day, everyone. So for today, we would be starting our new lesson. So this would be in connection with your past lessons. So hopefully you have checked the PowerPoint presentation that I have already uploaded. That was the revised PowerPoint. There are other materials there so that you could review. So we will be doing the different strategies in teaching writing. So, sabi nga dito, as you can see in the picture, let's get it right. You just don't need to write, but also you need to get it right. So, we have learned that by, hello, sino nag-join?
Ako,
Oh,
ma'am.
Hi, Miss Raimundo. So, let's continue the lesson kasi nag-start na ako. Kala ko walang papasok. So, we learn to write by the act of writing. There is a time, a place for writing lessons. Yet, there is also a need for allowing students to write frequently on their own terms about moments that are meaningful to them. So, let me ask you, um, when was the last time that you have actually written? When was the last time you have actually write something? Ikaw, Miss Raimundo, when was the last time na nakapagsulat ka? Saan ka ba ngayon?
Sa trabaho ko, ma'am, sa work.
Oh, sige, makinig ka na lang. Makinig ka na lang.
Sige,
Para
ma'am.
hindi ka ma-stress. So, as you can see, many of us are really struggling to write because some of us really don't know what to write, diba? So, as future educators, it's part of our role as teachers to help our students develop the autonomy and the willingness to write frequently in a safe space. Autonomy is, eto siya ha, autonomy in such a way that we don't copy-paste. Hindi po tayo nagka-copy-paste ng ating sinusulat. Kung ano ba galing lahat sa utak natin. Yes, bago siya dumating sa utak natin, sabi ko nga, we should be first equipped. Pero at least, meron tayong masusulat na galing mismo sa utak natin. We have to show students how to plan the writing. Oh, 'di ba? I have activity for you for the Tinalak Festival. Actually, I am not expecting you to write the assignment yung yung matapos niyo siya in one day. Hindi pa naman siya the deadline would be next week pa man. So, hindi kailangan I would be extending the deadline na lang. Um,
Saan o,
ipo-post
ma'am?
ko lang. Po-post
Saan
ko
ang
lang siya. Magsabi lang ako kasi I need to finish the lesson first bago kayo. Actually, yung writing activity na yun, that was an ongoing activity kasi meron pa akong isasabihin sa inyo ng mga strategies paano mag-elaborate yung mga essay ninyo. Yung iba kasi sa inyo, nagpanic na. So, this lesson would help you guide kung paano pa ba to improve your writing. So, let's continue. So, number one, we have what we call the descriptive writing. The primary purpose of descriptive writing is to describe. Ito siya. So, may idea na kayo ha? You describe a person, place, or thing that is picture form in the reader's mind. So, for example, doon sa Tinalak Festival nyo na essay, maybe, meron kayong topics doon. Ang Tinalak, di ba sabi ko nga naman, Tinalak Festival was not just Tinalak Festival alone. So, halimbawa, doon sa Tinalak Festival nyo, magsulat kayo about sa tao, person. Or not just a person, isang person. Halimbawa, sa topic na person, gawan nyo ng limang person. So, di ba, ang dami nyo nang madidiscuss niyan. Then after that, you talk about the place. Oh. Or, ano pa, you talk about the event. Yung mga events per night. So, that's why, hahaba na yung discussion ninyo. Next, capturing an event through descriptive writing involves paying close attention to details using your five senses. So, para bang sinabi mo na, I would be talking about the, ano ba, Semana Santa, yung tuwing April. Tuwing Semana Santa, ang mga tao ay nagsistay lamang sa kanilang mga bahay na kung saan ay nagre-reflect sila sa kanilang mga pinanggagawa sa kanilang buhay. May mga araw na minsan yung mga Catholics ay hindi kumakain ng mga baboy, di ba? O, yung mga ganyan. Hindi sila kumakain ng baboy. Samantala, yung ibang Kristiyano naman ay nanonood ng mga pelikula na kung saan doon pinapakita ang mga life ni Jesus Christ. O, di ba? Pero sa mga kapatid naman nating Muslim, walang significance sa kanila ang Semana Santa. Pero para sa kanila, ang holy sa kanila na mga buwan ay yung buwan ng Ramadan. You see, may expound nyo siya. Kasi, you are talking about the different events. Hindi na naman po, porket Tinalak Festival yung sinabi kong topic, ma-hold lang kayo doon sa Tinalak Festival. What if, pag-usapan nyo ano yung buhay ng isang estudyante sa Tinalak Festival? Or ano yung buhay ng isang nagtitinda ng mga souvenirs just for the Tinalak Festival? What about yung mga negosyante, yung mga nag-barbecue, di ba? So, you could find various topics o yung events na mismo. Next, teaching the students to write more descriptively will improve the writing by making it more interesting and engaging to read. Please make sure, diba? Sabi ko na nga, please, as much as possible, make sure that when you write, you describe your characters, you describe the events, you describe the place vividly. Hindi na yung nagpataka kayo. Please remember, babasahin ko po ang inyong essay. So, warning lang, hindi po kayo allow mag-copy-paste. Ha? Kaya alam ko kung maka-copy-paste yan kasi, by the way, hindi po isusulat yung essay nyo po is, hindi siya ilalagay sa Word or saan. Iko-comment siya diretso doon sa Schoology. So that I could early. So next, why do we teach descriptive writing? So number one, it will help students be more interesting and full of details. Your writing will be very, very interesting. And ano pa, it encourages students to use what? New vocabulary words. Because your student would not just be saying, the person is beautiful. Diba? It can help students clarify their subject or understand the new subject and matter and material. So for example, so hindi na yung sinusulat nyo, hindi na siya pabalik-balik. So make sure that you encourage because it helps your students. Next, how to teach descriptive writing. There's no way to teach descriptive, but teachers can. Ito lang siya. Wala naman there's no best way to teach talaga, but we could use some some strategies. Number 1, develops descriptive writing skill through modeling and sharing quality literature full of descriptive writing. Hopefully, we could, ano, um, I will not be making this an assignment na kasi kawawa naman kayo kung pababasahin ko pa kayo, then you would replicate those essay. But be sure that when kayo mismo is you are already equipped with novels na nabasa nyo in the past. So, includes lessons such as one. So, hopefully, during sa future, magkakaroon kayo ng at least mga 1 lessons how to do descriptive writing. All student interest in descriptive words in word choices in classroom writing. So what are the characteristics of descriptive writing? A good descriptive writing includes many vivid sensory details that paint a picture that appeals to the reader's senses, sight, hearing, touch, or smell. Descriptive feelings o ito, halimbawa nito. Teka lang, balik siya. So next, a good descriptive often makes use figurative language. O hopefully ang inyong figures of speech okay ha? Analogies, similes, metaphors to help paint the picture in the reader's mind. Onomatopoeia, ano pa dyan? Hyperbole, dapat memorize yung mga figures of speech nyo, mga idiomatic expressions. And good descriptive writing uses what precise language. General adjectives such as nouns, passive verb hindi po ito siya yung parang normal na nouns, passive verbs, hindi po ito siya mabuti sa descriptive writing. Use specific adjectives, nouns, and strong action to give the picture in your mind, para makita siya sa reader's mind. Good descriptive writing is what? Organize. Dapat organize. Kasi pag hindi organized, what would happen to your writing? This includes what? Chronological, spatial, and order of importance. When describing a person, we might begin with the physical, after that, what the person thinks, what the person feels, and how the person acts. So, dapat maayos ang pagkaka-order. Maayos ang pagkaka-describe nyo sa tao. So, this ends our lesson here for description. So, mag-i-exit muna tayo because we would be doing the dictation later.